Why is it that in the most advanced age of human history, where we have comfort, technology, and endless entertainment, so many of us still feel hollow inside? We scroll through glowing screens, chase after careers, possessions, and recognition, yet the void remains. The truth is unsettling. What we think of as happiness is often nothing more than distraction. And the Stoics knew this centuries ago. They warned us about the trap of confusing pleasure with fulfillment, reminding us that every indulgence only leaves us wanting more. A new phone excites us for a week, a promotion fuels our pride for a moment, a vacation feels blissful but ends with emptiness. Like thirsty wanderers drinking salt water, the more we consume, the thirstier we become. Marcus Aurelius himself lived surrounded by wealth and power, yet he confessed that happiness could never be found in external things, it lived only in the way we thought, acted, and endured. And that's where modern life fails us. We chase external victories while neglecting the internal fortress of the mind. This is the first reason we remain unhappy. We search outside for answers that can only be found within. And until we confront this illusion, no amount of success or comfort will ever bring peace. But the Stoics did not stop there. They went deeper, revealing another truth about why the modern soul remains restless. A truth that may sting, but if embraced, can set you free. If the first illusion is chasing happiness outside ourselves, the second is far more subtle, the endless chain of desire. We live in a world built on wanting more wealth, more beauty, more status, more recognition. From the moment we wake up, advertisements whisper that we are not enough until we buy, achieve, or consume something new. But the Stoics saw desire for what it really is, a prison without walls. Epictetus compared it to slavery, reminding us that the more we depend on things beyond our control, the more we give away our freedom. The tragedy is that even when we achieve what we crave, satisfaction is short-lived. The mind quickly moves the finish line, demanding the next victory, the next possession, the next validation. This cycle explains why modern happiness feels so fragile. One moment we celebrate success, the next we feel the void creeping back in. It is not the failure of achievement, it is the endless hunger of desire itself. Seneca warned that no amount of wealth or status could calm a restless soul. True peace, he argued, comes not from adding more to life but from needing less. Here lies the uncomfortable truth: happiness will always escape those who chase it in the future. It can only be found in the present moment, in mastering desire instead of being mastered by it. But there is a third truth the Stoics uncovered, a truth about suffering that most people run from, yet it holds the key to lasting strength. If desire keeps us restless, suffering keeps us afraid. Modern life teaches us to avoid pain at all costs. We build comfort zones, numb discomfort with entertainment, and escape challenges the moment they appear. Yet deep down, we know something is missing. For the Stoics, suffering was not an enemy, it was a teacher, a forge that shaped the strongest steel of the soul. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while battling illness, betrayal, and war, yet his writings reveal an astonishing calm. Why? Because he understood that suffering is not in the event itself, but in our judgment of it. Pain is inevitable, but misery is optional. If we choose to see struggle as fuel for growth rather than proof of defeat, it transforms us. Modern unhappiness often comes not from what happens, but from our desperate attempts to escape what happens. We run from discomfort, and in doing so, we become fragile. The Stoics flipped this mindset. They sought out challenges, not to glorify pain, but to train resilience. They saw each difficulty as a chance to practice courage, patience, and wisdom. This is the third Stoic truth: happiness is not the absence of suffering but the mastery of it. In fact, the very struggles we dread may be the doorway to peace we have been searching for. And yet, there remains one final truth the Stoics taught, perhaps the hardest to accept, but the one that liberates us completely from the chains of unhappiness. The last and most difficult Stoic truth is this: everything you cling to will one day be taken away. Youth fades, wealth disappears, loved ones depart, and even your own life must end. To most, this sounds terrifying. But to the Stoics, it was the very key to freedom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily of death, not to live in despair, but to awaken to the present. Epictetus taught that nothing external truly belongs to us, not possessions, not praise, not even the people we love. The more tightly we grip, the more fragile our happiness becomes. But when we accept impermanence, we stop fearing loss and start living with gratitude. This truth is the final cure for modern emptiness. Our unhappiness persists because we fight reality, demanding permanence from a world that is always changing. The Stoic path invites us to let go, not in apathy, but in appreciation. To love deeply without fear of loss. To enjoy possessions without being owned by them. To face life's end not with panic, but with peace. And when you see life through this lens, something extraordinary happens. The endless chase ends. The restless craving quiets. The fear of suffering dissolves. What remains is a calm joy, rooted not in what the world gives you, but in the strength of your own soul. This is why you're still unhappy. And this is also how you can finally be free. If this lesson brought you value, remember, wisdom grows when it's shared. Like this video to keep the message alive, subscribe to Stoic Hustle to walk the path of strength with us, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that true freedom begins within.